This is a passionate appeal to the federal government of Nigeria and the presidency. As the tension continues to increase between the protesters and the government, I know that the government is pressured to take some actions to bring this protest to an end. I also know that the protesters are determined to be heard. Now, what it means is that it has gotten to a point where it's now first to blink. Please, I want to appeal to government to please, no matter the advice that they want to give to the presidency, please do not contemplate violence as a solution. The government may be tempted to bring out the military or bring out the police force to use maximum force to dislodge the protesters. I don't think it would be a very good idea. Please, just to reduce the damage and not worsen the situation, I am pleading that at this point, use of force may not be a solution. I live in Lagos and I know how Lagos is. Lagos is not like Abuja. Abuja is under the total control of government. So while force may work in Abuja or in a few other places, it may not work in Lagos. Lagos, as we speak now, street by street, youths have mobilized themselves and they've taken charge of their streets. So I don't know where the military will start the use of force from. And any attempt to use force in one area, the youths have the advantage of immediate communication. They will know and they will respond. How they are going to respond, we don't even know. So far, they have tried to maintain the peace. Surprisingly, there has not been violence coming from the protesters. So government, please do not be the one to instigate violence. It may not work out well. I know some people may be advising that, okay, are we going to let this thing stay like this and let these people grind the economy? After all, we were on lockdown for a very long time and we did not die. Unknown to those who may be advising government to use force, the average Nigerian youth is no longer scared to die. The average Nigerian youth has been threatened by Boko Haram, by kidnappers, by the brutality of uniformed men, aka SARS. They've experienced violence and death in the hands of the coronavirus and all other elements that can be handled but were not handled. They are no longer afraid of death. You don't want to push them over the edge. Please, I am begging. We love this country. We want this country to succeed. What the youths are asking for is to be heard. It's for government to do the right thing so that the country will be good for everybody. They don't deserve violence. Let us not contemplate violence as a measure. It will not work. There may be people pushing the government, telling them that they can handle it, they are on ground. They are not on ground. If government officials were on ground, by now the representatives of the people, both at the state and federal level, should have been consulting with their constituents to see how to resolve this situation. But it is clear that their government officials have long lost contact with their constituents. State assembly members, reps, National Assembly members, they have maintained distance from their constituents, and that is the result of what we are experiencing now on the streets. So I think it is time for government to wear their thinking cap. Think of ways to start meaningfully engaging, in all honesty, engaging the youths to find a way forward. The Nigerian state since independence has never had a plan for youth engagement and development. They have never. There is no clear-cut policy to engage, empower the youths. That is why our young people are constantly leaving the shores of this country, even into places that are not habitable. Let us not pretend about it. It is time for us to come honest and come through and let the young people of this country know that we have failed them, but that we are now willing to listen. that we are now genuinely want to address their grievances. It is only honesty and sincere communication that will work now. This movement has no leaders. Let nobody deceive you to say they are the ones representing or they are the ones leading. It is the youths taking their own destiny in their hands and saying enough is enough. Let us not push them to the edge, because we don't know what that edge means. Please, government, don't apply violence. Let us wear our thinking cap. You have control of all the media in the world to honestly, genuinely engage the young people of this country and see how we can peacefully resolve this thing. Silence, Mr. President, silence is no longer golden, is no longer working. It is time to come out of the bubble and play the father role. You are the father of the nation. It's time to come out of your bubble and begin to engage young people as honestly as possible. The only thing that will work now is honesty. And the young people of this country are educated enough to know when their leaders are honest. So far, there has never been a sign of honesty, and I think we should start talking to our children, our youths, our fellow citizens honestly. They are reasonable enough to understand. Please, let us not try violence. Let us not try to dislodge the youths by force. I'm begging. We don't want bloodshed. We don't want loss of lives. It will be unnecessary. And if you start it, we don't know when it's going to stop. Please. God bless Federal Republic of Nigeria.